What is up, YouTube? Today, I'm going to be talking about the Craft Your Best Gear event. Now, if you're someone that started in the, recent anniversary, or the Carrot event, you're probably unfamiliar with this crafting event and how this actually works. So I'm going to go over exactly how this works and how you want to leverage this, to the best of your ability to give yourself the best, possible gear for your account. Okay. Now, if you guys do enjoy, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to jump right into things. Now, first things first, I want to make sure that you guys tomorrow, after the reset, you do not, if you haven't logged in yet, do not complete your daily reputation. Okay. The reason why you don't want to complete your daily reputation, OG players know that in the previous Artina events, what happened is they needed the weekly reputation, and you get like 2,700 points for crafting, and that was really, really AIDS, right? So they've actually reworked the system, which is really good. And so for the update, you want to make sure that you're leaving your daily reputation on. So you want to participate in the event after the patch, then you can complete the one daily reputation. That way, your 1,000 points are not going to go wasted, right? If you don't click participate and you do 30 runs of, Otherworldly or Rift and daily reputation, then that's just a bunch of points that you're leaving on the table, which is going to delay you from rolling and trying to find that perfect piece of gear that you're really, obviously looking for and you need to craft, right? Now, it says that you can earn up to 7,000 points per day, so it actually caps you to how much you can get. I don't necessarily think we're going to be farming that hard because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have infinite spectral cores and I don't have infinite energy. Anyhow, now let's talk about what set you're going to want to get. Okay. Now, for this particular video, I would say that universally, I think everyone can agree that speed is going to be the best way to go about it, right? The reason why speed is the best way to go is because it is a four piece, 90% or maybe 75% or 80% of units use speed set. And it's the most interchangeable among any unit, right? And so I wouldn't suggest you to go for a two piece like a crit, like a res, like a hit, like a torrent, like an immunity. Maybe immunity's okay if your speed set's already there, but most of us are going to go for a perfect speed set. Now, obviously, if you're someone that has been farming a bunch of Wyvern and you're farming Otherworldly Wyvern nonstop, and you don't really want to farm Rift and you're really struggling on finding Torrent gear, I would say Torrent is going to be really valuable as well, and Immunity is very valuable as well in any given time. I wouldn't say Banshee. I wouldn't say the Banshee stuff is that valuable because Banshee, first of all, is really easy to farm, and secondly, Destro, you don't need to have super high gear score on these pieces, just simply because of the fact that Destro allows you to run like crit neck, HP neck, and stuff like that. And so you don't need to have that much Destro gear to actually make it work. But if you're like Vic, I want to complete my Giros, I want to complete my counter Emerald Aria, or I need a perfect counter piece or immunity piece for Monarch Iceria. You know what? You don't have to follow this. Do whatever you want. If there's a piece of gear that's going to complete your build, by all means, do it. But most recommended is going to be speed set. Immunity and Torrent are pretty much even. And then you can basically go for anything else that you're looking for, right? HP set, I would say, is also one just because farming Golem is really shitty. And obviously, Azamanak and Katie's a shit as well. So that's going to be it for the set. Go for speed set if you need. And obviously, if you're building a DPS, attack, crit, speed, crit damage, if you're looking for a debuffer, HP, speed, effectiveness, defense, obviously, you don't want to have wasted stats. So just make sure that you're also keeping that in mind and not wasting your crafting piece. Now, going back to the other tab here, we're going to be looking at the how it works. You pick a piece of equipment, very straightforward. You choose the main stat, and then as you can see, as I just mentioned, right, you want to just pick the substats that you're looking for on your specific piece. And once you have picked your specific piece that you want, then you're going to be able to just confirm and then start leveling it with these points, right? That's why we want to retain our 1,000 points from the daily reputation because we want to put that in towards crafting our loot sooner than later, which means you can get it, by the end of the RTA season, March 7, if you are pushing for RTA. Now, looking over the equipment reset, make sure you don't mess up your rolls. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, but resetting costs 2,000 points, which is basically going to set you back like a whole day. So just don't be an idiot. Make sure you're paying attention to what you're clicking. Self-explanatory, right? And the point shop is kind of whatever. I would say that Obviously, you want to prioritize going for reforged materials if you don't have a lot of them. Mod gems, if you don't have a lot of them. Charms are always kind of, they're nice, but accessory charms are obviously going to be coming first over equipment charms. And that's pretty much it, right? I just want to make sure that you guys are crafting the right stuff. But one thing that I guess I didn't touch on, which I will talk about, is right side gear. Right side gear, you're crafting one piece for your left, one piece for your right. So if you're going for a necklace or a ring, you want to have the main stat to be something useful. What I personally like going with is like HP main and having 20 speed on it, because that is universally usable for so many different characters, right? Not just limited to a particular archetype. If you do something like crit damage or crit chance, it is a little bit limiting to what you can put it on. And typically, when you're using crit damage and crit chance, really, really fast pieces, usually like they are not going to cover the range of units that you could leverage with, say, HP necklace. But honorable mention, effectiveness ring. Effectiveness ring is very, very strong, right? Not a lot of us are going to have really fast effectiveness rings. So if you're playing like a Sea Hands of Politis, if you're playing like a Fire Sigret, units that are really, really popular right now in the meta, obviously effectiveness ring is going to be your best friend since 20 speed on speed set is fucking OP. If we remember that HP necklace that we got, the 20 speeder, I mean, this is just going to be even better, right? Now, boots, I will say, typically you want to go for either high effectiveness boots or you want to go for high crit boots. That's going to be your go-to when you're going to be farming, like boots overall. Like high crit means if you go crit damage neck, you can make up like 25 to 30 crit on one piece, which is really nice. Or on effectiveness, you can have like up to like almost 40 effectiveness on a boot, which is also very overpowered in itself as well. But yeah, just make sure you don't waste this crafting event because honestly, we have waited so fucking long for this craft your best gear event that we want to leverage it to the most of our ability, right? And you new players, especially if you're watching this, don't make any mistakes. Okay. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I will reply to everything. Or you can find me on Discord, which is also in the description. And yeah, keep it short and sweet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.